They even on the WWE Network, they got that same music, right? It's like yeah.
No, it's this one.
Oh, they got this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because I was watching a future ECW show, and they had that generic rock. It's terrible.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is on there for the ones we've reviewed thus far.
On the Fuge, that's Hollywood.
The great one, Hot Stuff Hollywood.
And this is the Extreme Retro Review for ECW, November 16th, 1993. What were your thoughts of this show?
My thoughts of this show was, I feel like ECW, and I'm not going to segue. I feel like ECW went out of its way to try to piss me off with this show. Because why on earth do you have a show that is strictly just talking about some shit that, unless you lived in Philadelphia, you wasn't going to see? So it was very super annoying. And I think it only had one match on the card, which, the rest was just them rubbing it in like, oh, shoot. What was the little slogan? Maddie in the house, something that you'll always regret or some shit.
Yeah, if you weren't at the November to remember, it will be a regret you'll never forget.
Yeah, that's it. Like, kiss my ass. So, yeah. That's my thoughts of this show.
This was the post-show for November to Remember. Bad Company promo. Pat Tanaka is on the mic. Paul Diamond, currently on the Extreme Project, wants an empty arena match with the Public Enemy.
Oh, I just love empty arena matches. Sarcasm inserted.
We got Matty in the house. He's explaining the empty arena match. No cops, no fans, just the 4 men. I said, who's working the cameras?
Coming off of November to Remember, the first match that they hype is another match where nobody will watch.
Right. Matty in the house is an idiot. Oh! Public Enemy responds, does a response promo. Flyboy Rocco Rock debuts the wincy, whiny voice before the serious voice. He's like, oh, Johnny, we gonna be in so much trouble. And then he gets all serious. He's like, Bad Company, we're gonna beat you up.
So that's gonna be a regular occurrence.
Yeah. So the serious part is the wincy part is funny, but it's not fleshed out. And then they got a slam. Then they show slam again. You didn't see it on the network, right?
No.
Of course not.
No.
They're not showing Onyx songs on a network. And it's interspersed between scenes between Bad Company and Public Enemy fighting. So we got Stetson and Hot Body. They fought the Bad Breed at November to Remember. Then they lost it to the Tommy Dreamer and Johnny Gunn. And then we had a 10-second promo from the champs.
Yeah, like, could they at least explain how Hot Body and Rotten's match ends with Tommy Dreamer and Johnny Gunn becoming the tag champions? And
Never mind that. When did Stetson and Hot Body ever defend the tag titles during this reign?
I guess against motherfucking the Rottens.
But I'm saying, they never hyped that match on TV. They never showcased Stetson and Hot Body on TV leading up to the November to Remember. So it was just like, oh, we got this match. And then they immediately job to the Rottens, who immediately job again to Tom Brandi and Tommy Dreamer. and then on top of that, Tommy Dreamer always said he never had a title in the original ECW.
Oh, did he?
Right. I got proof he's a fucking liar.
Oh, wow. Huh. It's just then they cut their little whack promo and shit at the end and stuff, which I don't remember what they said.
It was 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And maybe to his defense though, it was an Eastern title, not Extreme.
that would be fair.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fucking fine print, but other than that, he's a liar. So we got Maddie in the house spot talking about, oh shit, never mind. Post-match, November to Remember, we got Sal after his match with the Rockin' Rebel.
Oh, yeah.
Lead into the lights out match between Sal and Rebel. And others, if you missed it, November to Remember, it'll be a regret you won't forget.
Yeah.
Take a shot.
Thanks, you're right.
You got Maddie spot, women's match, Sherry vignette. She's in the business.
Time out. Wasn't the women's match supposed to be? Oh, wait a minute. Were you about to go into that?
No, I mean, I was, but you're right.
What happened to Medusa?
Who knows?
Oh,
She just beats up some Japanese chick
yeah.
and cut her eye. It's like, all right, so she's in a business suit, right? And she's fighting this Japanese chick. She like pulls her over into the ring and shit, and she grabs a chair and they like do a chair spot with the referee, and then it's set to like some hair metal. Did you get the hair metal shit on during the vignette?
I didn't get the match.
Okay, so there was no match. It was just a vignette. It was like a clip of a match.
Okay, right, yeah, okay.
All right.
That's what I
I
said.
said this whole show sucks asshole at this point.
Come on, somebody.
All right, so Jay Sully gets cited in the crowd, and the whole thing is just way too long. Moving on. So some chick bled after the Sherry vignette. Moving on. We got a Public Enemy promo, and then they're like talking random gibberish, and then they end with saying, "I'm gonna knock you out. He gonna knock you out. We gonna knock you out." I said, this is god awful. Did you get that? You didn't get that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your face of disdain speaks volumes.
Yeah, because I was reliving when I saw that the first time, and I was just like,
It was wincing.
yeah, that's exactly. I was wincing.
It was cringy. It was cringy. I'm telling you, they get better.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
All right, so we got another spot. November to Remember. Regret you won't forget. Moving on. And then we have the only match on the show.
Uh-huh.
Sandman versus Jim Neidhart.
Oh, yeah. They tore the house down, everybody. Not. Was they still saying not in the 90s?
Yes, motherfucker.
Okay. Not.
So we got Tony Rumble on color commentary. All right, so I didn't know who Tony Rumble was at first until I watched the 93 timeline with Todd. Tony Rumble was one of the people who bought in and owned the NWA at the time. So as payment of putting in his money, he got to call the match.
So I just want to ask you one question, because has there ever been a time where a face buster, or basically you don't do a suplex backwards, but you drop on face first?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where that move has been called a brain buster?
No.
Because this match was the first time that ever happened, and it happened with Mr. Rumble.
Tony Rumble is awful. He's completely awful. No. I've never heard anybody. Nobody on commentary really bothers me because I usually tune them all out. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I like who I like, but for the most part, Michael Cole, David Otunga, all those geeks on the fucking, now I don't even listen to them. All right, but I listen to Joey Styles because Joey Styles is good. Tony Rumble made me mad so quick from him talking. He kept trying to talk over fucking Joey Styles, calling the match. I was like, what the fuck? Who is this goof? And why the fuck is he calling this match? Matter of fact, why is he calling Sandman versus Jim Neidhart? Like, it would be different if your first match you was calling something like Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. It's not that hard to fucking call. I could call that match. You could call that match. Them motherfuckers they're so good, you could just watch it and it'll just play out. Sandman in 1993 and Jim Neidhart in any year. You needed to fucking explain everything bit by fucking bit. And guess what? Joey couldn't do that because you had fucking Tony Rumble.
Just
just stepping off, just running all over his shit.
Like he was the motherfucking professional.
Dark lighting in the ECW arena. Hack gets booed. LOL. Rumble talks over Joey the whole match. I'm guaranteeing he's one and done. He hit Dreamer with a bicycle helmet. Couple running shoulder blocks to start. Hack shoves it down, drops toe hold, grapevine combo. All right, Jason comes down to scout the match. Mm-hmm. And this is the only thing that makes this match worth anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The crowd, anyway, goes to the finish. So Anvil plays true heel by getting the eye rakes. The crowd ain't buying shit. Sandman for a comeback, double down, face first suplex called a brainbuster. Double clothesline, and they called it a fucking draw.
Oh.
Negative infinity.
The one match on the show. So apparently they're trying to keep Sandman strong. When they got Jim Neidhart debuting and shit. So they don't want him to lose either. But they taped this for the one show for TV. And it's a terrible match. But I was lukewarm about Jason. Thank God for Jason. Take it away.
The crowd boos the finish. Good crowd. Jason comes in and he wants to be Anvil's manager. Anvil declines and he powers. Jason plays to the crowd. Is that a no?
Yeah.
Crowd pops. He turns back to Hack. Hack's been fucking teasing, hitting him the whole time and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to work, which is a good touch. Because it's not like Hack's just standing there like a bump on the log while Jason and Anvil are doing their little shtick. Hack's still working. Hack's like, should I hit him? You know, he's playing to the crowd, trying to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of getting it. All right, so Jason turns to Hack. Hack declines, and then he gets a kick in the mouth.
Yeah.
Jason continues to beat down. Hack comes back with a slam. Then Mr. Hughes runs in. 2 sidewalk slams. Jason and Mr. Hughes are an item. Your thoughts on the post-match?
When Jason kicked Sandman in the head, I popped. In a way I never saw coming and stuff. Especially after Anvil declined and walked out and stuff. Then with the Sandman. And then, you know, Sandman tried to beat a G and shit. And then Jason just straight up roundhouse kicked him in his head and shit. I lost my shit, man. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
I said,
hell yeah.
I said, Jason is awesome. Jason's about to get a Sully. Jason is definitely on heel of the year. Like I know you love Eddie. I know that's your man.
All right, I'll hear you out.
But Jason is, this week, awesome, right?
Most definitely.
Next week, gets even better. So anyway, King Kong Bundy was a secret partner at the November to Remember.
Yay.
Whip-de fucking do. Funk promo after the match with Styles. Typical wacky Terry Funk promo.
Why do they even keep giving this guy promo time? Because he was beltless when he cut this promo, but we wouldn't know that because we couldn't see it unless you were one of the 200 or 250 people that could fit into the ECW arena.
This shit's good.
It's not for everyone.
Ding, take a shot.
Unless you're one of those 250 people, you have no clue what's going on except for the little doggy crumbs.
Fuck all that. Who is the heel in this program? Okay.
Terry Funk. He's always the heel. He's always been the heel. From the days of Hot Stuff International to even to today, he's tired of hiding it. That's all it is. He just used to fake the funk, and he had a lot of people fooled, and apparently he had you fooled because he been a heel. This ain't nothing new.
I asked that because he starts to choke out fucking Joey Styles while he's cutting the promo. And Joey's fucking.
That's because he's a terrible human being.
He's over here shivering and shaking, and I don't know
He's
about
fighting for his life.
And I don't know about you, but I had the weirdest boner.
Okay, that just went into an unexpected place. Why did Terry Funk committing an obvious crime on an announcer, a guy who goes there to perform a job to feed his family? He's not a wrestler. He's not a competitor. He hasn't had the experience of being in the ring with other dudes like Terry Funk has. So what makes him, you know what Terry Funk is? He is a bully. He only feels tough around people like Joey Styles and Peaches and stuff. But, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to real men like Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka and stuff, then, you know what I'm saying, you start seeing the little yellow streak running down his leg. You know what I'm talking about?
So we got a Matty in the house spot. His hair is luxurious. Lead into the Hawk and Anvil promo. Moving on.
So they're a team now or something, or he was just hanging out for the promo?
They were probably bumping lines together. And Paulie was like, look.
Let's just see what happens.
Give me 2 minutes, guys. Well, you know? Yeah! You know what I'm saying? You just do that for 2 minutes, basically.
Did Anvil have anything to do with their tag match?
We got a Matty Cam.
I take that as a no.
Hawk promo after the November to Remember. Anvil promo that is intense. But back to Hawk to wrap it up. Anvil laughs. November to Remember. Regret, forget. Take a shot. Paulie promo from the dressing room. He's holding 2 belts. He talks about women bleeding in the ring, the TCW, and Paul doesn't do a period joke. So this man has standards. I'm amazed. Jason and Hughes, and he talks about Funk Saga.
Shit, I thought the same thing. But they're not having a period joke.
Right.
So, especially that was supposed to be the first woman in American wrestling history to bleed.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they said on the show.
He talks about Jason and Hughes, then Funk Saga. Sabu has both belts. Paul drops the suicidal line. You want to mention, Matty said it was okay. I want to mention, Matty said that last week as a throwaway. That's what I wanted to say. Paulie does the genocidal, suicidal line, right? Uh-huh. But Matty had said it last week just like off the cuff. So I think he heard Matty say the shit, reconfigured the shit, delivered it in Paul Lee fashion, and now you got Sabu's tag.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. This promotion is all about making Funk. I said this promotion is all about Funk making Sabu. Clips of Sabu beating up Taz, LOL. As Paul is talking, Paul mentions other performers, but this promo is basically all about Sabu because now he has both belts and he's positioned as the guy.
So it's going to be more Terry Funk in the main event is what you're telling me.
Well, yeah, obviously, because, Sabu's still untested. He has the belts, but who's going to job to him? Who's credible enough in the promotion that that it would mean something? So, yeah, Terry Funk.
Terry Funk is last on the list. He's behind, Huerve Renesto. He's behind him on the list.
Get over it. Sabu and Funk in the future. Everything is starting to lead up towards the 3-way. This is basically all 3-way build-up. So you got to have Funk and Sabu, and you got to have Sabu and Shane, and you got to have Shane and Sabu. So that's where the promotion is heading. It's heading towards the 3-way.
ECW is still going to be terrible for a while, is what you're telling me.
So we got another Matty spot. Lead into the Public Enemy, Bad Company, Empty Arena match. Promo from Bad Company going terribly until Public Public Enemy jumps him. They hit him with a tire iron, and they beat him with a coat hanger, and then they knock over the cameraman, and then they do like they're laying on the ground, side shots, knock us all fucked up. Diamond, crawls over him, look like he's about to kiss him and shit, and then they go off the air.
Wait a minute. There was something else.
What else?
There was a 911 call.
Okay.
That they played towards the end of the beatdown from Maddie in the house. Even though on the 911 call his name is Matt and he works for a wrestling promotion. But anyway, he was calling 911 to report the fight. And they played the call towards the end of the fight as the show went off the air and shit. Maddie in the house calling 911. And which, wait till you see what happens next week.
Way to bring it home, champ.
Yeah, because you're looking at me like I got three eyes. Like I'm the three-eyed raven and shit. So, but yeah.
Your third eye is definitely closed right now. Next week.
Ain't that a something?
November 23rd. We out. Peace.